I joined them in 2007.
Okay.
So yeah, and after that we all worked.
I'm mostly associated with both of them, and I'm also on the doctoral committees for VIT, VFS.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, tomorrow and day after, in fact, I have two meetings of Gayatri's candidates for their committees.
good, ma'am. I'm happy to introduce Samuel, Dr. Samuel Kanguru from Kenya. He's an amazing speaker there. Sam, there is Sharda ma'am. She is also one
Yeah.
of the speaker. There is Sai
Okay.
Good
Sir
morning, Dr. Samuel. Nice to meet you on
Good
this
morning.
platform.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
and Sunita ma'am has joined on behalf of the principal ma'am. So Sharda ma'am is a professor in Department of English at Padmavati Mahila University. That's also in Tirupati only.
Okay.
And Sai Chandu sir is the president of IAAC Society there. But
Hi, good morning.
yeah, they're very veteran and very renowned professor, senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sam, we are working together on different country programs, especially in Africa, in
Yeah.
Kenya and Tanzania, and a little bit in the East Africa, couple of countries. And Sam, I got a call from Wali University in Ethiopia, now where the problem is going on.
Yeah.
There's a crisis now, but the university place is okay, no problem.
Mm,
So
mm.
I will connect you to them. You need to take
Okay.
some courses for them. They're in
Fine.
Central
No problem.
Ethiopia. Central Ethiopia.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good one. I mean, they have everything right from
Shall
medical.
we start?
Sure.
Ma'am, can
Sam
you
sir,
start?
welcome.
Yeah.
Sam sir,
Yeah.
good morning.
Shall we start?
Sunita ma'am, வணக்கம் வணக்கம் எப்படி
Welcome.
இருக்கீங்க?
Yeah, doing well now.
Doing
Yes,
good.
I just to invite Sam sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sam, that Sunita ma'am there from the college,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
you guys
And
can
the,
both communicate.
yeah,
Okay.
and the convener of the program, sir. It's nice to see you
Fine.
and welcome.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's start with the program, sir.
Shall we start, madam? Hello.
Carry on, Manishri. Manishri, carry on.
An ecstatic good morning and my hearty respects to all the dignitaries, my dear participants, colleagues, and friends. I'm Dr. Vanishri, and on behalf of Department of Science and Humanities, SV Engineering College, once again I welcome you all for the AICTE sponsored 1 week short-term training program on Harmony in the Workplace, Effective Interpersonal Communication Skills, Phase 2, Complementary Correlativity at Career Concerns, that is, interpersonal skills at workplace. I'm happy to say that got a good response across the country for phase 1, that is communication skills at workplace. This time, for phase 2 also, there is a tangible result of more than 1100 registrations from across the country. Maintaining workplace harmony should be a key focus of every organization. Hello?
Yes,
Sir, I
ma'am.
think there is a resound. Hello?
We can
No
hear
issues,
you.
ma'am. You can
Maintaining
continue.
workplace harmony should be a key focus of every organization. Conflict in the workplace can lead to behaviors such as intimidation, harassment, and discrimination. Staff who lack motivation, fail to work as a team, are generally unhappy. The vibrant workplace connotes energy, positivity, and growth. A vibrant workplace draws people to quality, talented employees, healthy and friendly atmosphere, and become a part of the life excluding process. So I hope this phase 2 complementary correlativity at career concerns, that is interpersonal skills at workplace, definitely creates a harmonious work environment between individuals, between management and employees, and between employers and employees, presents an exciting opportunity for personal development, and creates an exciting environment. It is a known fact that God will appear in the form of guru or teacher. A teacher is one who dispels darkness of ignorance from our inner eyes by applying the collyrium of the light of knowledge. He shows the way to follow a divine manifestation. As there is no difference between a wave and the ocean, there is no difference between a teacher and a God. A teacher inspires devotion in others. A teacher presence purifies all. A teacher releases from the illusions of Maya. A teacher awakens us to discover the power that lies within us. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let us invoke the God who is in the semblance of all our teachers to seek his divine blessings for the success of this program, and also to spread his divine waves with a protective sheet in the entire world to get rid of the negative vibrations, especially in the second wave of pandemic situation. My screen is visible, sir?
Yes, it is.
System.
Activate system sounds.
The picture of the teacher is the root of meditation. The words of the teacher are the root of mantra. The praise of the teacher is the root of liberation. The feet of the teacher are the root of worship. We salute to all the teachers who have experienced oneness with the ultimate. We salute to all the teacher whose form is an indivisible present everywhere and pervades both living and non-living manifestation. We salute to all the teachers who are adorned with the garland of absolute reality and eternal tranquil cognizance and grants worldly prosperity and liberation. To all the supreme teachers, we bow to your lotus feet in total surrender. Thank you, for, sir, for spreading the divine vibes to gain the eternal energy. SV colleges have carved out for itself a big name and is recognized as a foremost educational institution. I would like to say that our college promotes enthusiasm among faculty and students by participating in different aspects and prepares the faculty and students to adapt their the challenges of an ever changing world of tomorrow. Now, let us go with a small promo which explores more about our college. This promo shows that SV Colleges is continuously striving to achieve excellence in all the departments. The college set some benchmarks in the academia and is relentlessly trying to achieve the heights in rendering the world class education. Now it's time to welcome our honorable dignitaries. Now I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce our addresser, Professor Samuel Johnson, sir, Professor, Vellore Institute of Technology and Innovation. So before going to that, just let me introduce a few words about the Samuel sir. Professor
Right.
Samuel Johnson, sir, is presently working as an assistant director, academic staff college, and also as a professor in Vellore Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh. He is a renowned digital education coach, transforming many educational institutions in higher education, universities, colleges, and schools. He is a motivational speaker and a corporate trainer. During the pandemic, he trained over 16,000 faculty members, teachers, research scholars, and students throughout the world. He also conducted thousands international programs for more than 20 countries such as Indonesia, Philippines, Poland, UK, UAE, Germany, Australia, USA, Canada, and so on. He always loves to communicate and take part in academic activities. And he is the recipient of many awards like Inspiration Award, Astra Leadership Award, and so on. Sir, I'm pleased to invite you to say a few words to emulate the welcome speech. Sir, please, Samuel, sir. Hello, Samuel, sir, we welcome you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir. You can go ahead.
All right. So, thank you so much, the entire college and the team of SVC Tirupati. I want to thank Vanashri ma'am and all of you, the whole team. Um, it's such a joy, and I feel it as a honor to be a part of this inaugural talk. I really appreciate the SVC College for taking the topic, which is so relevant on interpersonal skills, on things which are so very important for the teacher. And during the second phase of our lockdown, and I'm so happy to see almost 73 or 70 plus professors from all over India are here. And I feel with all the talks of Dr. Sharda ma'am and Samuel from Kenya and everyone, we will have a very good discussion. And I'm not going to talk much because I will be taking two sessions. One is tomorrow and one is on Thursday. So I'll be meeting all of you. But I just want to tell you in the inaugural talk that no pandemic can stop any academics. I repeat again, no pandemic can stop any academic. All right. So if all the colleges, especially language teachers, English, if you can start using little bit of technology, I'm very sure that things are going to be changing. Nobody thought this will be like this. But today, the need of the hour, the skills, what the teacher needs, it's going to be like a TV channel. All right. If the student likes your channel, he will play with your channel and he will be waiting for the channel. All right. If he doesn't like your talk, he will switch to other channel because there are so many channels available for the student online. I hope you're understanding what kind of things I'm talking. So it's not just about taking a video and putting it online. A lot of skills, interpersonal skills, soft skills, which is so important, and it's been very nicely designed. And you have speakers from international level, from national level, and I wish that we will discuss more tools, online tools during this program. I want to encourage all of you that this is a great opportunity to be a global teacher. All right. So before pandemic, I used to teach only in my university and couple of here and there other universities. But after pandemic, now we're getting opportunity to teach so many universities in the world. Right, meet different culture people in the world. It's all possible because if you are able to be super fit in using skill based development, you'll be a super hit. So I want to close here by telling you, if you want to be a super hit, you need to be a super fit in the skill development arena. I hope with these words, I want to thank the organizers of SVC team and Tirupati College for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Vani ma'am. Thank you, everyone, the principal, the vice principal, the team, and all of you. Good luck for the next two and the whole week of conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your stimulating speech. No pandemics can stop an exam. Well, that's really a nice and real statement. Now, I feel it is a great honor to introduce our prelate tutor, Professor K. Sai Chandu sir, author, speaker, motivator, and social worker, President of IAAC Andhra Pradesh. So before going to that, let me introduce a few words. You agree? Professor K. Sai Chandu Prasad, he is the president of IAAC Society. He is an author, freelancer, motivational speaker, and social worker. Currently, he is working as a professor in Ziharma Institute of Technology and Academic Autonomous College. He created a world record by organizing mass international conference for continuously 150 hours. His main mission and vision is to make the students as global citizens with knowledge, commitment to strive, and to enhance the quality of life through meeting educational and social challenges. He is a reviewer for 11 international and national journals. He published more than 25 papers in reputed international and national journals. He got more than 20 association memberships such as APCBES, IRED, IS, ISDS, IANG, ISQEM, SDIWC, IEDRC, ISRD, IAC, and so on. He gave more than 75 lectures as a resource person in India and abroad, and gave 20 lectures for government organizations and institutions. He won many exalted awards like Best Young Faculty Award in 2019 by the DK International Research Foundation USA, Best Teacher Award in 2015 by the Best Teacher Awardees Association Andhra Pradesh, and Best Teacher Award in 2014 by Ravindra Fine Arts Association. Sir, I cordially invite to share your views with us, sir.
Thank you. First of all, I thank SV College for giving me such opportunity to be on this course, and I thank all eminent persons uh, of all participants and resource persons who presented today. And actually, to speaking about teacher, so one word I want to be very expressive about teacher. So technology, the change is a constant thing in the world that we all know. But what is actually the faculty is thinking that? So actually the student is thinking that. So whatever faculty tells, we can get it from YouTube or some other sources. We can get the information. But the fact is, the main essence of anything, the subject, the knowledge will be delivered from the faculty because the student or anyone can get knowledge from anywhere, but wisdom can be only transferred to person. And I'm very happy and proud to say that I'm an Indian, and it is in the bloodline of our country. And even I welcome on this occasion, I welcome all the human beings of this world to this platform to learn a few things. And I won't say that I'm expert in any other subjects, but I can little bit explore my experience which I faced in my career. So that is what I want to discuss on this. Regarding to this topic, I want to take this topic into some other level. So there are very good faculties and resource persons in coming sections who will clearly explain about all the terms and things. So I'm not
Sir,
going
voice
to
not
touch on.
clear, sir. Voice
Is it
not
okay
clear.
now? Is it okay now?
Yeah, Vani ma'am, can you stop sharing the screen and keep Sai sir
Yeah, yes,
on
sir.
the, you can pin the sir's video so that everybody can see sir's video. Just pin Sai Chan, Professor Sai Chan.
Okay,
Three dots ఉంటుందండి అక్కడ పిన్ చేసేయండి.
I did it, sir.
Everyone can go and just pin
Am I?
on sir. They can see sir completely. Yeah.
So you see most handsome face and most beautiful voice.
It's clear, sir. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I want to take this content into other level because these all topics these people going to cover excellently so that I'm taking to another level. First of all, I want to tell you, as a professional, how many lives you are leading. So you can give your answers on chat. It will be so nice. How many lives we are leading? Come on, fast, fast, faster. Type your answers in number one, two, three. As a professional, how many lives you are leading? One, two, three. How many? Somebody, chat in a chat box. Quick, quick. I need three lives. Good. Two, one,
Three,
one, three. Oh,
three,
nice
one.
answer. But usually, as a professionally, we can say that
Oh,
we live two lives. What are that lives? Personal life and professional life. We usually say that it's a professional life and a personal life. So what we do usually, what is meant by professional life? So whatever profession we have taken, the people regarding to that thing and how we communicate with them, this all comes under professional life, professional communication, and professional discussions. When you come to the personal life, it's something different because we be very natural at home. See, when I see all the professors and myself will be very nicely suited for this conference. How do you expect us in our homes of this thing? It's another thing, right? The same thing happens. But coming to the communication also, we should have, and the way of communication should be also have two parts. One is personal and one is professional. Now I'm talking about communication, way of communication, types of communication. I'm not talking because there are English professors. They will rightly take me to the class and teach me. This is not the right thing to say. That they will teach me. So that I'm not touching that. But I'm telling the systems of communication are two types. Even to the world, you have to communicate in two ways. One is personal way and one is professional. I will tell you why I am telling all these things. For example, you have written a beautiful textbook and you are want to share the world that you have done a great thing and you want to post it in a Facebook. You have posted that this is a book I have written and these many universities are already referred it, cited it, like that you have mentioned. But if you not maintain a gap between a professional and a personal life, what will happen? Just imagine that. Now you are the person who written the book and posted. What is your vision by keeping this? Why do you post that I have written a textbook like that? Why do you post in a Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, in a social media? Why do you post? Give me in chat. Give me answers. I need answers. What do you post? Why do you post on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is? Why do you post? What is your intention in it? Come on, fast. I have not given entire day section. I have given a little bit time. Yeah, promotion. Yes, people want to know. Yes, very good. Wider circulation. Yes. Usually, you want to see the people that you are such a knowledgeable person. You have written that book. Yes, that is true. But listen one thing. So while you posted it, imagine that even in your Facebook, you have a childhood friend. He has seen the post. Immediately, a memory recalls him, and he given a comment that, Do you remember, my dear friend, when we are studying an intermediate or engineering, when you got textbooks from your father, we sold out and we got some beers and we have a party like that. If you keep in a comment over there. Now what happened to all your work? What other people will think? See, in this point, and you cannot say your friend was done a mistake. Yes, he got a thought and he shared to you. So what I want to tell you actually is, like we have a personal life and a professional life, in social media also maintain two lives. Maintain a professional life and a personal life.
Sir, I am
And
sorry,
every
sir.
time,
I am not.
yes,
Uh, Voice not clear, sir. Present now, voice is not correct.
Sir, it
now
might be
is it
his
okay
voice
now? Is it
audible.
okay now?
It's
It's
audible. It's
okay.
audible,
Voice
sir.
is okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For some, it is not
Voice is
audible
okay.
because of the network, but it's very clear,
Okay.
Professor.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So usually what you have to do is always you have to maintain two lives. One is professional life and as well as personal life. While you take these things out, even in a virtual world, you have to maintain in this format only. That means If you are maintaining a Facebook, you should have two accounts. One is for family and friends, and one is professional. I will tell you the benefits, the first benefits. So, the first benefit is, so whenever you post something, see for example, first case I told you that you have posted a test. Imagine that second case. Mainly we all do these things. Some, as I am a professional, we have a very little bit time. When I when I search for another people in a Facebook or Instagram, whatever the thing, a Diwali festival was happened. So what happened means I'll get a notification that Mr. Professor has posted 29 pictures or 48 pictures. Immediately I got curious that what conference he has attended. Immediately my mind, because while I see the person, I see in a professional way only, because I know him in a professional way, so I look after him in a professional way only. So what immediately will do, my mind will tell that maybe he conducted a conference or something, so that he has uploaded 29 pictures. Now I open, so there is a lot of pictures with his family and everything. Okay, I feel happy. Okay, recording. But in conscious, that means in subconscious mind, what will happen? My mind tell that yes, I thought that he is doing something, but he doesn't understand. This process will repeatedly will happen in few times, less than a few times. What will happen means, even though you've done a good conference also, if the notification will come, I'll think that he went to some other place, he went on a tour, so that he posted that photos. Why should I waste my time seeing all that photos? So see, that means what you want to appeal. See, if I want you people to look me handsome, I should make myself very beautiful. I should comb my hair. I should wash my face. I should wear a nice dress. Then you see me what I am expecting. But if I not done like that, but I expect you people to look me that, will never happen. So that this is a common mistake everybody does, and I'm out of that. So I identified. So make everything the social world into two parts: personal to the person, professional to the professional. So what happened is, if you take a Facebook, whatever you're posting only about your professionality. In their conscious mind, again it will react that whatever notification I get from that professor is very useful to me, and I have to show it. See that. So like that means it's a right presentation to the world how you will communicate. So see, in earlier days, when we are the students, we have a faculties. When we talk about working environment like that, it's only restricted to the campus. It is only restricted to their staff room or a classroom. That's it. Now it is a virtual world, as are told earlier. And now they are going to give lectures all over the world. Yes, everyone should, every faculty should communicate the world, because see, what is happening means, now these are not normal students. When we are studying, we are normal students. Now students are called smart students. Smart student doesn't need normal faculty. They need smart faculty. Smart faculties is nothing but is not only about using gadgets, but he has to be into the gadget. He himself treat as a gadget. Whatever you focus to the world, they believe it. So in earlier days, everyone are told that the student will skip the channel. Not only student, everyone does the same thing. If they doesn't like anything, now the changing of the channel is at their fingertips. So it will be very happy. So and one more thing, while communicating, it's not only about idioms and phrases, grammar and punctuation. It's also about sense of humor. So I think it's a part of every faculty, because as a bloodline of faculty, I know that everybody have this energy. But let experience the world that what is your capabilities of doing that. That is one I want to tell about this program. And the second topic I want to discuss is about our society. It's IAAC, International Association of Academics plus Corporate Society. This was started by 2 years back, registered 2 years back, started by nearly 7 years back. I'm the founder and president of this society. And what is the most good thing of this society is, we are providing free international membership with free membership, and also We have a large number of workshops throughout the world, and we have a resource persons nearly from 8 countries right now. They have delivered the lectures to us, and many more programs we are conducting. Even we have, what I think in teaching means teaching is not only the teaching, so we have to develop all the activities. So what we are planned means we have planned the story writing, art things, and everything in a virtual way. And even regarding with that, I want to uh, do something for this teaching fraternity. So we are starting a free general in the coming December. So I welcome all of you to have a part of our society. I will share my society details with the madam. Madam will share you maybe today or tomorrow evening for the classes. So thank you, and have a great day, and be safe and be protected. So you the children are tomorrow's citizens, and today teachers are tomorrow's wisdom, tomorrow world. So keep save the world. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Your speech is a bracing one and enlightened us in many aspects. Now, I feel it is a great honor to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangaroo, research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya. Sir, is it visible? Hello?
Hello?
Sir, is it visible? Sir, my screen is visible, sir?
No, no, it's
Yeah, I
not
can hear you.
visible.
No Anish thing. No Anish. Yeah, now it is visible.
Now?
Now it is visible.
Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangaroo, he is a research analyst and
Your
motivational
slide
speaker
is
from
not
Kenya.
visible, Vanishri. Slide has not.
Sorry. Why, what happened? When I pinned that one, I don't know. Now, ma'am?
No, ma.
You just stop sharing and again try to share.
Now, madam?
Yeah, you get it. You got it now.
Thank you. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangaroo is a research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya. He's a man of great visionary seeking to achieve educational excellence through his penchant for discipline, character building, and continuous knowledge improvement. He gave many lectures as a resource person on quality education and teaching of English language and literature, and many more. He has attended several national and international seminars and conferences, presenting papers in a good number and contributing to their success by his active involvement at various levels. He always encourages talent, skill, and innovativeness among the students. He wishes that the students to stand at the time of challenges to achieve success. Sir, I please to invite you to share your thoughts with us. Dr. Samuel, sir.
Thank you very much.
dear brothers and sisters there in India. I believe I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you're
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Ah,
sir, you
good,
are
good, good. Yes, yes. So it's a wonderful
Sir,
morning.
just a moment, sir.
Okay. You tell me when to continue.
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
It's okay, no problem. I'll wait.
I couldn't able to see the sir one to pin. Okay, you can continue, sir. Sorry.
It's okay, no problem. Thank you, thank you. So it's a wonderful morning. Here it's around 8:25 a.m. and I believe that it's around some few minutes past 10. So I'm glad to be a part and parcel of this seminar or rather workshop, the 5-day seminar that is going to build us up. And even before I continue to share what I want to, I would really appreciate the principal and the professor and the organizing committee, and we have other distinguished guests who are on board on this program. So you're in the right place, I would say that, or rather you are in the right group of people. I love what Professor Sai Chandu, if I'm not wrong in pronunciation or in pronouncing his name, what she has talked to us, and it's like a kickstart of this seminar, and also what Professor Samuel Johnson also they boosted us up. So we are in the right place with the right people. We have professionals, and I love saying this because this is just a startup of this seminar. I love one saying, or rather one quote, or one proverb, as you may call it, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. You see, when I was going through the brochure that was sent to us, and I saw all these professors, all these professionals, okay, who are on board, who are going to be speaking to us. You know, these people are going to sharpen us. So as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. We are going to be sharpened. Okay, from today, Monday, up to Friday, we are going to get a lot of inputs. But the question is this. Of course, we shall be speaking later in other sessions. The question is this. Are you going to be receptive? Are you going to have that receptive heart? So the decision entirely lies on you. It's personal. Remember what Professor has just said. Sometimes some things are personal, okay? It's upon you. How are you going to receive this information? How are you going to receive all that we have been spoken about by our professors, okay, and other professionals? So I just want to encourage you that even as we kick off this meeting or this seminar, let us be very, very receptive. Let us be also attentive, okay? Let us not be distracted. So set our mind. It's an opportunity. Okay? It's an opportunity. Opportunities are rare. Okay? There are proverbs which is or sayings that say opportunities come once, but sometimes opportunities come very, very many times. Okay? It may come once, of course, but opportunities will come many times. But it's upon you to seize that opportunity. It's upon you, okay, to take advantage of that opportunity. So the organizing committees, they have done well. They have done good to organize such a good topic. Okay, the topic of the hour: harmony in the workplace, effective interpersonal and communication skills. So one may be knowing something, another professor will know something else, another one like that. So they're going to train us, they're going to teach us, they're going to impart so that we may cause an impact, okay? They're going to impart a lot of knowledge and to us so that we may cause an impact in our workplace. We're going to be effective even in our communication skills. So I want to wish you a very, very prosperous, seminar. We are going to sharpen one another. As I've said, I repeat myself, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. We are going to sharpen one another. We are going to build each other up. It's just about building. It's about building. Just maybe the one who was reading my profile never said that I was studied in India. Okay, in India, in Tamil Nadu, they have one word, a brick. You know, a brick that builds a house, they call it sengal, if I'm not wrong. Sengal. So it's sengal by sengal. It's brick by brick. So we are building one another. You build, we build, we build, and the house is going to be complete. So I want to encourage you that let us have a positive attitude even towards this seminar and what we are going to receive. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I'm very glad. Nandri, Nandri, Vanakkam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your idealistic views with us. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of the person spreads in all the direction, who encourages the learners in all the ways possible. I'm profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our honorable keynote speaker, Professor Y. S. Sharda, Department of English, Sri Padmavati Mahila University, Andhra Pradesh. Is it visible, madam?
Yeah, it was visible.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. It is visible.
Thank you. Professor Y. Sharda, madam, currently working as the Dean, Student Affairs and Professor in the Department of English Language and Literature, Sri Padmavati Mahila University, Tirupati. She did her PhD from SK University in 1996 and PGCTE from IFLU in 1994. She is a motivational source to all the students and teachers. Her many years of exemplary teaching experience and sound knowledge are assets to the university. She held several important and challenging positions like head in charge, executive member, chairperson for Board of Studies, and cultural coordinator in the Padmavati Mahila University. She is also a coordinator for IGNOU. He published more than 43 papers in reputed international and national journals and also published 2 books. She presented 44 research papers in various international and national conferences. She is expert in many research areas like new literatures in English, Indian writings in English, and African American drama. She did many UGC-sponsored research projects such as Quest for Identity in the Select Novels of Shashi Deshpande and Margaret Atwood. She organized 3 national conferences. Under her able guidance, 10 students awarded with PhD and 4 got MPhil. Currently, she is guiding 6 PhD scholars. She is the recipient of a research grant by the Indo-American Center for International Studies, Hyderabad, twice for pursuing her research work. He received many illustrious awards for her superlative efforts such as Best Educationist Award, Best Teachers Day Award, and Women's Day Celebration Award, and many more. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, it is indeed a momentous occasion for all of us, so we welcome you to address the august gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Vani, for that nice introduction. If you turned down your presentation, may I go ahead with my presentation?
Ma'am, you can tell.
Yeah. kindly bear with me. I am not very good at these presentations. Just hold on for a moment.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am.
Yeah, I think it's visible.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
No, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, we can see your slides.
Yeah, is it okay? Fine, Sunita?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for that very affectionate introduction, Dr. Vani. I can hear some music from somewhere. Could you please mute your, all the others, could you please mute your audios so that there will not be any distraction? Thank you. A very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the administration of Sri Venkateswara Engineering College and the organizers for having invited me to deliver keynote address at this AICTE sponsored short-term training program. I congratulate the whole team for having finished the first phase of this training program successfully and pacing towards the successive phases very energetically. Coming to my talk, let me confess at the outset that basically I am a literature person. Maybe perhaps I am the odd one out here. However, I would like to share few perspectives of soft skills or the current topic interpersonal skills and harmony at workplace. I will try to relate my perspective of the said topic in the best possible way. I hope it will be of some use to you, all of you. Yes, with these few words, let me tell you that I have divided my talk into three parts. Firstly, I would focus on the general issues relating to soft skills. Then I would move on to interpersonal skills at workplace in order to go in tune with the theme of this training program. And finally, I would conclude with some tips to improve these skills. And taking cue from Dr. Samuel as well as Samuel from Kenya, they have given such a great inspiration to, in fact, they have been very motivating when they said that nothing can stop the academic. This is like the initial speeches seem to be like a real kickstart for me to go ahead with my presentation. I thank both of them for giving such a motivation to me, and that this learning is something which is like an exchange. No matter one may be a professor or an assistant professor, you may learn from each other. So the teacher is always a learner, and one should be able to accept what others say. So going by this, now interpersonal skills, harmony at workplace. Now, as an introductory note, what are these soft skills? Soft skills, as we are all aware,
Ma'am?
are personal. Yeah.
Madam, excuse
Yeah.
me, madam. Could you
Yeah.
please make it as a slideshow, madam?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Slideshow and from beginning.
Is that okay? No? Is that fine, Dr. Bani?
Yeah. Yeah, madam, down, please press the button, hide, madam, hide button, so that in YouTube they're able to see clearly.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
now it's okay, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, fine.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Soft
Not at all,
skills are
madam.
personality traits and behaviors. Unlike technical skills or hard skills, soft skills are not about the knowledge you possess, but rather the behaviors you display in different situations. But why are these soft skills so important? Because these soft skills will help you win more business and accelerate career progression. So if one has to move forward in their career, dear speakers, we are in the age of information explosion, and this information is hidden in the casket of English. So it becomes necessary for every student to develop or a kind of passion towards this English, because it serves as a best way of communication, and it is the key ingredient of the soft skill. Then how do you improve this English as a soft skill? Of course, many of us are aware of how one can improve. I'm not just going ahead with that for paucity of time. I will just say a few things. First thing, one should have a passion for language. One need not feel bad that one is neglecting one's own mother tongue, because English is something which is going to overcome the barriers of the language, and this background will not influence learning English at all. And some practical tips I can give you to improve English: try speaking only in English with your friends. Insist that they speak to you only in English. In this regard, I just want to put myself as an example with regard to this improving English. When I happened to join schooling for my schooling at Chennai, I though I studied in an English medium school in Andhra Pradesh, I was not able to speak good English, and all people around me were from the English speaking backgrounds, and I was a odd one out there. I was forced, in fact, to learn English, to speak in English, and that really made me an English teacher today. So one should really force oneself, or make it a point to see that one is in an environment where only English is spoken. Then certainly you will become a good speaker of English. Apart from that, expose yourself to a lot of reading and listening. A good reader is a good leader. So if you want to develop these leadership qualities too, you need to read a lot. Concentrate on what you are listening to, whether it is a group discussion or the news items on the radio or TV. Listen to as many programs as possible on the radio or TV in English. So this certainly will improve, listening will certainly improve your pronunciation. Reading will enlighten you with a number of new things, and will pave way for you to involve yourself in group discussion. And added to all these things, writing every day helps you improve your grammar. Writing is the most neglected part by all of us, in fact, because there was a time in the past when we used to write letters to our parents, to our friends, but of late we have forgotten this habit of writing letters completely. Writing is a kind of creating new sentences every day. So if this can be adopted, or the LSRW skills can be adopted, certainly we will become good speakers of English. Now, why are soft skills important for technical students particularly? In the modern workplace, one needs more than technical skills to be successful in one's career. Today's employer seeks candidates who can perform one's own job well, but who can also fit into the company culture and interact with other employees. In order to do these things successfully, technically, students need to develop these skills. So I just given a very brief idea about what these soft skills include. Soft skills are personal skills that fall outside the purview of professional qualifications. Professional qualifications alone will not help in one's career, and of late, in the current situation, it is very important to gain perfection in soft skills. So, how to interact with people, how we communicate, how we think in a particular situation, how we react to stress, how we manage time, how good we are at expressing our thoughts in writing and how we speak and listen. So this, all these things, though they are brought under the broad area of soft skills, but still they can they can be included, or they seem to be overlapping into the other skills too. So what exactly are soft skills? Soft skills are personal attributes needed for success on the job. So you can see the figure here, and soft skills actually can be divided into two: personal skills and projectional skills. Under personal skills, we have intrapersonal and interpersonal. Now, the topic or the theme of this training program, since it is about interpersonal skills, I have confined myself to interpersonal skills. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see a quotation drawn from The Unwritten Laws of Engineering, written by W.J. King and James Scappoon. It says a number of empirical studies of on the job excellence have clearly and repeatedly established competencies such as communication, interpersonal skills, self control, motivation, pride in accomplishments, adaptability, integrity, and so on are much more important for superior job performance than our cognitive and technical abilities. So, going by this quotation down from W.J. Long and James Capone, one understands that it is quite important to go ahead with these skills if one has to become a success in one's career. So, what are these interpersonal skills? They are the ability to work effectively with a group of people, either as a leader or as a member. One need not necessarily be a leader, he may be just an employee, but however, unless and until one is able to exchange one's ideas, or one is able to go in harmony with other members of the team, one cannot become a successful person. It's also called people skills or communication skills, and these skills include persuasion, active listening, delegation and leadership, interpersonal intelligence, which is the ability to relate effectively to others, interpersonal associations, social associations, connections, affiliations, and so on and so forth. And why are these interpersonal skills important for students? Now, let me quote Howard Gardner, a psychologist and professor of neuroscience from Harvard University, who developed the theory of multiple intelligences, published in 1983. He described interpersonal skills as one of the multiple intelligences, being able to understand and work with others in teams or groups, being another important aspect of the modern business environment. So, going by Howard Gardner's statement, particularly, we understand how these skills, these interpersonal skills, are one of the multiple intelligences of an individual. So, what do these interpersonal skills include? So,
Excuse me,
now
madam.
coming, yes,
Can
yes,
you share your screen, ma'am?
yeah, I'm sharing. Any problem, Dr.
It's not
Vani?
visible, ma'am.
Dr. Vani,
It's
is there
not
a
visible,
It
problem?
sir.
is visible, sir. Could you please? No, no,
We
no, it
can't
is
see, ma'am.
visible,
We
madam.
can't see.
Yeah, I'm sharing it. I don't know.
Those who could not get the PPT have to pin on the presentation via Sarada. There is a what is called, it is visible presentation via Sarada. On, if you go on to that, you can find a pin button. You can pin on that so that you can get the PPT. The participants have to pin the screen that is named as presentation via Sarada so that you can get the PPT.
go
Is
ahead.
it visible now, sir?
It is
And
visible.
one request, yeah, ma'am, and one request is please raise your voice, madam. Some participants in YouTube, like they're asking to very low voice.
Okay, okay, fine. Now is it
Please
okay?
keep your mic.
Am I audible? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just go back to the previous slide. Yeah. What do interpersonal skills include? As already conveyed, I think most of the teachers are quite aware of these things, but let me maybe some of the things that I would be sharing with you would be of some use to you. Communication, as we have already talked about it, especially with regard to English language, is the most important interpersonal skill in any job. As mentioned, it's the most important interpersonal skill in any job, and without this communication, we will not be able to discuss anything with anybody. We will not be able to share anything with anyone. And if we are going to remain quiet, it is not going to be of any use to us in our life. So whether you work in an IT company or a customer service or any other industry, certainly you will need to be able to communicate clearly and effectively. Clearly and effectively. I will just explain this clearly and effectively. There is a small game played with regard to this communication, effective communication. You make the students sit in a group and then you just whisper something in the ear of one student and ask him to pass on the message. Whatever message comes out at the end of the last, from the last candidate, it tells how effectively you have communicated the message to the first student. So if it is not the same statement that you have made, then it tells that it is not an effective communication. So effective communication is very important factor that affects this interpersonal skill. Then coming to the verbal and written communication, some work or some jobs may need a verbal communication and also written communication. You should be able to improve your vocabulary. You should be for both verbal as well as written communication, which is possible only if you develop a passion for language. So if you are not able to prove your verbal and written communication abilities, then again you will be failing in your skills, or you will be failing in your career. Then effective public speaking skills. Some jobs may need or require effective public speaking skills. Even if one has to speak spontaneously, one should be ready to express oneself in a very effective way while addressing in the public. So communication has to cater to the needs of all. To whether you whichever service you are in, effective communication is very important, and it is the key ingredient of interpersonal skill. The first thing that appears in interpersonal skill. Now, the next ingredient that we can talk about is conflict management. So, how do you resolve conflicts? The first ingredient while resolving a conflict, we have to be very fair to listen to both sides of the case. You cannot make a constructive criticism without listening to both sides. This might involve solving an issue between two staff members, between yourself and a colleague, or between a client and your company. So one has to be very careful while taking sides or trying to resolve the conflict. You need to listen fairly to both sides and use creative solving ability creatively. These problems, whatever conflicts that arise, they are not something which is which are already planned or which you have come across already. Sometimes it may need your own creativity to solve the problem. So though the conflict arises, one should be able to arrive at a solution by being very creative in solving the problem. And counseling, if you have to convince the other party, the other person, other colleague, you have to give a sort of a counseling, and in fact even mediate if there is a necessity. So all this requires a lot of patience. So patience is another ingredient while you're managing or you're trying to resolve the conflicts. Empathy, a very important ingredient of interpersonal skills. You should have the ability to understand. You have to pay an ear to others' problems too. Of late, or in the current world, we have become so selfish. We only think about ourselves. We don't try to take what others are saying, or we don't try to give an ear to others' complaints or give a thought to it. This has to be avoided. This has to be taken very seriously, because without that empathy, it is not going to help you to get along well with everyone. And it is not just keeping to yourself, but try to express that compassion. If you are not expressive, then even though you are empathizing with the colleague or with any individual, it may not help you to get along with the other colleague. So there should be caring, there should be compassion, at the same time there should be diplomacy, there should be kindness, and above all, you have to be sensitive to others' complaints. Being very sensitive. Of late, we have forgotten to be sensitive to our neighbors, to any other individuals. So we have to develop this skill of being patient and being sympathetic and sensitive to the others. Listening. This very important ingredient again of interpersonal skill. This is a skill that goes hand in hand with good communication. If you are able to listen to the other person's ideas, when one is expressing ideas, one should be patient enough to give some time for the other person also to share their ideas. And you need to focus on those ideas. You need to express your curiosity over what the other person is saying, and this will help you not only to feel respected and valued, but even the other person also would feel that he is respected and his ideas are valued. This is a listening to the others. We have almost forgotten to listen to the others. We say whatever we have to say, but we pay very less attention to listening to the others. It may be in a company, it may be even at home. So we have to practice it perhaps from home itself, where we will pay an ear to everybody at home, and also this can be carried forward to the company where we are going to work. So negotiation, this is another key ingredient. If the company has to prosper, if the company has to earn good results or good profits, negotiation is very important. Depending on the job, you might involve creating formal, it might involve you in creating formal agreements. And to be a good negotiator, one must be able to listen to the others. Now, unless you listen to the others, you will not be able to negotiate the problem. And it also needs the skill of solving the problem in a very creative way. And persuasion is very important here. You should be able to win the heart of the other party And with your own communicative abilities, you should be able to persuade the other party. And you need to research into the problem before you solve try to solve the problem. Positive attitude, yes, you can look at the figure there where the negative attitude should be, negative thought should be submerged in water. They have to put down, they have to be put down, they should be suppressed, and we should try to bring out all positive energy. So employees would be making the office a bright place if they go ahead with a positive attitude. And people, generally the employers would prefer people who are more friendly and with a positive demeanor. And it should also, one should be able to exhibit a pleasing personality, and one should also solve problems with a positive attitude. We should never show out our negative attitude to anybody, or while solving any problem, it cannot be taken into consideration. Leadership is the most important ingredient once again, and this ingredient, we can say that it includes all what we have discussed so far. Leadership which comes out of experience and ability. Some individuals may have these leadership qualities right from the beginning, like the intrapersonal skill, which they are already have in themselves. So but some may develop it by way of experience. And a leader should be one who can motivate his team members to win laurels for the company in order to get great profits for the company, motivate, encourage, and if necessary, even instruct them and inspire trust in them. Trusting, filling somebody with the trust, trying to inspire that the trust in them, it's not an easy job. It also comes by experience, and one should be able to develop that ability in the course of time. And management, positive reinforcement and mentoring. Mentoring is another interesting thing under leadership. Again, I would like to draw the attention of teachers, especially with regard to mentoring. We, in our university, we have the what is called the mentor-mentee relationship, where we are allotted few students who come to us to share both their personal problems, and we take care in turn of our students and to guide them not only in their personal problems but also with regard to their career. Maybe you can also think of this kind of mentoring, which will help them in turn to become good leaders in their future endeavors. So teamwork, yes, if you can see in the figure, unless the communication goes on well among all the team members, we cannot really fill the gaps as you see in the figure. Communicate your own goals, motivate your team, resolve conflicts, and team building. So how we are going to build your team. So all the other things that are already mentioned previously, like persuading, trying to solve the problems very creatively, mentoring, being very patient, all these are again, it's like overlapping. The previous things have been overlapping once again under this teamwork. Then, having said few of the interpersonal skills, of course, I have not, maybe the list of interpersonal skills may not be complete, some more can be added, but I have limited them. How to develop these interpersonal skills? Know the worth of the other individual, focus on building harmonious relationships. Building harmonious relationships is not an easy job, because today in the current world, we are very bothered about ourselves. We don't look into the problems of others. So in order to look at it, we need to practice even empathy. Listen carefully. Be a team player. You have to listen carefully to what others say. Try to understand them. Give a patient hearing to them. Then only you can be a good team playing role. Then, having said all these things, I would like to suggest a few tips with regard to the resume. What should go into the resume, apart from the other technical qualifications that the students carry with them after graduating from the institution. You can list your skills. This can be added in resume. Sometimes some of the companies may have the provision for stating the skills of the technical students, but even if it is not there, you can list it all your skills in the resume. Add relevant interpersonal skills to your covering letter. Whatever covering letter you are attaching with the resume, you can even add interpersonal skills you possess, and you can also say with an anecdote, similar examples as to how you have solved a problem at the workplace with your interpersonal skills. And you should remember to focus on what you accomplished out of these interpersonal skills. It is not necessary or it is not enough if one adds one's own accomplishment, but one should be prepared to answer questions in an interview about one's own interpersonal skills. Use your interpersonal skills to impress the employer, and the best way to show is that you possess interpersonal skills is remaining calm and civil even in stressful situations. An interview is a stressful situation, but one can exhibit one's skill by remaining calm and civil even in stressful situations. Finally, I would like to end my talk with a quote from Peggy Kloss, who is the author of The Hard Truth About Soft Skills and Workplace Lessons, who remarks in her book, soft skills get little respect, but will make or your career. So, by this quote, I am sure that everybody understands the importance of soft skills and how interpersonal skills, which are a part and parcel of the skill, has to be improved. Thank you for your patient listening. Here I end. And once again, I thank the organizers for their teamwork, for the way they have organized this training program, and I wish that to continue my association with FPCE in future. Thank you for your patient hearing. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. The knowledge which you shared with us not only catches to our mind, but also to our heart. And it is like a spectrum which enlightens all of us. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. I now request the convener of this STTP and HOD of Percentage Department, Dr. Sukhi Sunita Reddy, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vanishri. Greetings of the day. On behalf of SV Colleges, it gives me an immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks at the end of this inaugural function of AICTE-sponsored STTP program Phase 2 on Harmony in the Workplace, Effective Interpersonal and Communication Skills, organized by our institute from 23rd to 28th November 2020. My heartfelt thanks goes to our keynote speaker of the day, Professor Y.S. Sharada, Dean of Student Affairs, Sri Padmavati Mahila University, Tirupati. We are really enlightened with your presence, ma'am. Thank you for sharing in detail many aspects related to interpersonal skills. Though there are many aspects you have touched, the important ones to build harmony at workplace. Thank you for all that. At the outset, I thank our protector, Professor K. Sai Chandu, President of IAAC, Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Samuel, our guest speaker from Kenya, Professor Samuel Johnson from VIT, Andhra Pradesh, for readily accepting our invitation. I'm extremely obliged to thank our chairman, Mr. A. Gangireddy sir, and vice chairman, Mr. Prakash Ambavaram, for all the support they have extended. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. T. Kalpata Reddy ma'am, principal of SVCE. Unfortunately, she was unable to join us, but she has sent her wishes to all of us. If the program today has been carried out even to its smallest detail, it is all because of her kind support. Thank you, ma'am. My sincere thanks to all the resource persons of the program who kindly accepted to be a part of this program. A special word of thanks to my team members, Coordinator Dr. M. Vanishri, Organizing Secretary Dr. M. Venkateswaran, co-coordinators and advisory committee members for their unflinching support and coordination. And finally, this day would be meaningless without the presence of our wonderful delegates. Thank you all for your overwhelming response because we have 1,100 participants from 27 countries and for their continuous trust on us. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunita.
So
Thanks
sweet.
to
Vanishri
all
ma'am,
the speakers.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
with your permission. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good morning, Sarada ma'am. This is Dr. Lata.
yeah, Lata, good morning.
Good
Nice
morning,
to
ma'am. How are
hear your
you?
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
fine.
ma'am.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You made our day enthralling us with your remark of pleasant and simplicity, ma'am. Even in your words today, very simple, very pleasant as usual. Your mark. So happy to see you, ma'am, after a long time. I thank Sunita ma'am and Vanishri for this. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, yes, madam.
yeah, please go ahead, Manish.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have a small break of 3 minutes, and after the break, I request all the participants to again join here for the today's session on the topic augmenting attitude, that is positive attitude at workplace, by Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangru, research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya.
Sam, are you there?
Uh, Dr. Samuel, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Shall
So
we
Sam,
start, sir? Or
ma'am is
We
presenting
can
the
start.
screen. You can tell her
Yeah,
whenever
okay,
you want the change of the screen, okay?
no problem.
All right, good luck.
okay.
Bye.
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you after the break. person is good for nothing. He or she led their life with a bunch of ego and attitude and intolerable. We prevent ourselves talking to others. In general, we hear some common dialogues in the workplace like, he has nothing else but attitude. For those who are self centered and rote, our rigid attitude is our biggest enemy, which leads to conflicts at workplace. We must prevent ourselves from being the victim of such discussions as it gives a debauched impression to our superiors and subordinates as well. It is important to identify the climbing attitudes in the workplace so that it can be stopped before being a distraction. So, today our resource person, Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangro, research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya, will guide us on how we can identify the root cause of the attitude problems and resolve them efficiently, and how to obtain a positive attitude and achieve a fulfilling life, and what are the simple changes which we can make to acquire power that makes us a lovable person in the eyes of everybody, not only at workplace, which will bring positivity to our life. Now, I think a privilege to welcome our today's resource person, Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangro, research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya. But before that, I would like to introduce our today's resource person. Dr. Samuel Rukomia Kangro is a research analyst, motivational speaker from Kenya. He developed his career as an administrator entrusted with organizational managerial duties, faced challenges in the world of management changes. He is an enthusiastic self-starter, articulator, and result-oriented, having intellectual power to determine direction and prioritize issues. He holds a Bachelor of Commerce, Masters of Commerce, Business Administration at Agra University, and a postgraduate diploma in Cooperative Management. He presented and published more than 30 research papers in various international and national conferences. He is a dynamic individual with can-do attitude, drive, ambition, and passion to succeed. He has the ability to deliver through people, confident, assertive team player with good organizational, written, and oral communication skills, coupled with the ability to act decisively towards performance improvements. He is committed to the values, professionalism, and integrity. He has a great passion for work and strong believer in true servant leadership. He did his PhD and also worked as a human resource executive for 4 years in a manufacturing and printing company of about 300 employees in Kenya. He is a research analyst for World Bank projects. He is a good, ambitious, and motivational speaker and enthused many students of higher institutions for research and developmental activities. He received many awards for his superlative efforts toward the reach of education. So, hearty welcome, sir. We are eager to listen your words to procure knowledge and how to conciliate people with good, augmenting attitude at workplace. That is positive attitude at workplace. Sir, we welcome you, sir. Samuel, sir.
Thank you, thank you. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is now we are ladies and gentlemen, and I am happy again for this opportunity that has been given to me, especially by the Institute. And I don't take it for granted, but I count it as joy to speak to these great minds. We are all great minds here. And I love what Professor Y.S. Sharda has spoken to us. And I believe it was like a foundation. Remember, in the inaugural session, I said it's like brick by brick. We are building up. We are building the house is going to be complete. But one person may not be able to complete this whole house or this whole room. So Professor Y.S. Sharda has built a foundation for us, or she has made a foundation for us. And I feel it was a good foundation. You know, when the foundation is not right, then the house or the building collapses. You may have seen why many houses collapse. The reason is, if you get the root cause, if you want to know the root cause of a building collapsing, is because the foundation was not good. And I believe from the beginning, we had a good start and we have a good foundation that has been laid to
ఏమ్మా
us.
ఆరిఫా చూడడం మొదలెట్టినావా
Excuse me,
Okay.
ma'am. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Swaran, sir. I request all the participants to please mute yourself. Yeah, you can carry on, sir. Sorry for the disturbance.
It's okay. It's no problem. It's okay. We are learning. We are here to learn. So it's no problem. So anyway, so I was talking about the foundation. If the foundation is weak, then the building definitely becomes weak. If the foundation is strong, the building becomes strong. If you want to know the height of a building, 10-story building, 11-story building, look at the foundation. Okay, so the foundation was good. Anyway, let me come to my topic today, or what I want to share with you. Remember we said, or rather I said in the beginning, that iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. We have been sharpened by our previous professors, and I want to continue sharpening you. Then we'll be sharpened by another professor. And I wanted to discuss today about, it's all about attitude. This is my topic today, or this is what I want to share with us. It is all about attitude and maximizing your potential. It's all about attitude. And I will split it into two. I will speak, or rather I'll first speak about attitude, and then I'll speak maybe about potential in brief, or in a nutshell. But attitude will be the main thing that we're going to speak about here. So what is attitude, if I may ask? I know all of us we know, but I'll just try maybe to help you here because of want of time. So what is attitude? In simple terms, or in a layman's language, attitude is how we see things, or attitude is how you perceive a thing. Okay, ma'am, maybe you can share the screen so that we may go together. So attitude.
Yeah. What? Are you able to see the screen?
I'm not able to see it.
1 second.
Or maybe is it from my side? I need to do something.
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Or if they can see at their end, I can continue because
Now?
I have it in my lap. Not yet.
Now are you able to see, sir?
Now
I cannot see it.
visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is.
Visible,
Yes, it
sir?
is.
Yes.
Make
Okay.
it a slideshow.
On my side, I cannot see it. But anyway, no problem. I'll be telling you when to go next. Okay. So I was saying it's all about attitude and maximizing your potential. What is attitude? Attitude, as I said, in a layman's language, is how you see things or how you perceive a thing. Okay, and sometimes we have attitude even in our workplace. Okay, even in our workplace we have attitude. Some may have a positive attitude, because there we can have two kind of attitude. We'll have a positive attitude and we'll have a negative attitude. But I'll be challenging you this morning. I believe it's still morning, almost noon. I'll be challenging you on how you can have, or how you can increase your positive attitude. And if you have a negative attitude, how you can shift from that negative attitude to have a positive attitude. Because attitude is very key even in our daily life. Okay, the way we live. What kind of attitude we have, even maybe in the class, when you're teaching, or even in the society. As one of the professors said there, we are living in a society. When people see you, what do they say about you? Do they say, yes, Professor Samuel Johnson, or Professor Samuel Kanguru, or Professor Y.S. Sharda, or Professor Sai? Can they say that, yes, that man or that lady has a good attitude, or this kind of person has a bad attitude? Anyway, so I want to encourage you that let us work on our attitude, even in the workplace. But as we come now to the workplace and harmony in the workplace, attitude. We go to the next slide about belief system. Ma'am, when you go to the slides, then you'll be telling me maybe you've gone. So the next slide is about the belief system. Here we can see an elephant. We can see a baby elephant and an adult elephant. What can you see, or what do you think is happening with these two animals? Both of them are elephants. Okay, we have a baby elephant there, and we have an adult elephant. But the thing here is, it's a belief system. Okay, or rather, as I said, so that I may confine myself to the topic, it's just about an attitude. This elephant here, the small one, the baby elephant, or in proper English we can call it a calf. Baby elephant is called a calf. So here, this calf here, when it was small or when it was young, it was tied on a peg or on a stick, and on the leg there was a string or a rope. Okay, but when it grew up, the same elephant is still tied on a stick or a peg and a string on it. But this animal still remains to be there. Okay, so what is happening here? And as I continue with my slides, I have about 3 slides which are more of graphical. You know, when you see pictures, you tend to remember more. A picture, as they say, a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So I have decided to use at least 3 pictures or 3 slides which have pictures, so that it will help us to remember. Okay, so now here, this elephant is not able to move, or it's not able to free its tail. But what do you think could be the reason? It's just because of a belief system, or rather it's just because of an attitude. Okay, when it was young, it was told, you stay here, you cannot move. And it was true, because it didn't have the strength. But when it grew up, still the same elephant, which weighs about 500 kgs or half a ton, is just able, by pulling half a second or maybe half a minute, it just pulls the stick and it frees itself. So sometimes we are also like that. We are also like that in our lives. What Professor Y. Sharda said when she was in, I think, Andhra, okay, she was not able to speak that English. Imagine if she went to Chennai, and she remained with the same belief system or the same attitude, that I'm not able to free myself, I'm not able to speak, I'm not able to communicate. So she will remain in the same belief system that was there in her previous state of Andhra. Okay, so but she had to free herself. She had to know what she has within her. She had to know the potential that she has within her, and it's just because of a belief system. Okay, so that is all about attitude. Then we go to the 3rd slide. I want to share about an animal. Also, I'll be sharing more with the pictures which are showing more of animals. The 3rd slide is talking about a lion here. What do you think, or why do you think a lion is the king of the jungle? I'll be asking questions, but there'll be questions that we answer to ourselves, rhetorical questions. Okay, why do you think the lion is the king of the jungle? The lion is not the wisest animal. The lion is not the tallest animal. The lion is not the heaviest. Neither the lion is not the largest, but it remains to be the king of the jungle. But what is the reason? Simple answer is this: just because of the attitude. When the lion shows up, when the lion appears, or when the lion roars, all the animals respect it, or respect him, as it were. So it's all about attitude. The lion has an attitude. It knows that I remain to be the king of the jungle. Can we be like the lion? Can we be like this animal? We may not be the wisest. We may not be the largest. Okay? We may not be coming from great families. But what attitude do you have? When you're in that office, when you're in that workplace, what attitude do you have? You may not be coming from a rich family. Okay? You may not be coming from a certain community. In India, we have communities. Here we have tribes. In Africa, in Kenya, in India, we have more of communities. You may not be coming from a very big community. But when you appear there, what kind of attitude will you have so that these people respect you? Are you going to be like I normally use this word, like a rained on chicken? Are you going to be so humiliated? You look so humiliated. Okay, you have a lot of fear. Remember, we need to distinguish between fear and respect. We have to have respect for our bosses, respect for our juniors. Okay, but we should not have fear. We should have a positive attitude even when we're in that or in those offices. Okay, as a man thinks, another quote that I love: as a man thinks, so is he, or as a lady, or as a woman. Here, man represents both gender. So I'll say, as a man thinks, so is he. How do you think, or what do you think about yourself? Do you think that you can make it in life? Do you think that you can be great in that workplace? Okay. Do you think that you can cause an impact? Can you impact in people's life? Yes, it is possible. So it's all about attitude. I want us to go to the fourth slide, and I said I'll be sharing more of pictures which have animals, which are going to make us to grasp more of what I'm speaking about. If you go to the fourth slide, Mom, I believe you're still sharing the slides. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we are
Yes,
able
Sam.
to hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, fine. So now let's go. I'm on the fourth slide, ma'am.
We are able
So
to hear, sir.
here we see. Okay, fine. I just wanted that confirmation. Sometimes it's good to hear from the other end. Okay. So here we see some animal here. It's an eagle. If you look at an eagle, remember we've spoken about a lion here, and you've spoken about an eagle. An eagle is a bird that flies high. And this is an assignment that I'll give you when you are at your free time. Study about the qualities of an eagle. Okay. An eagle has a vision. Attitude. Remember, we are speaking about attitude. Can we have an attitude of an eagle even in our workplace? Yes, we can. The session here is about encouraging you. If you have a vision in your workplace, well, that is good for you. If you don't have a vision, then it's time for us to change and have a vision. So anyway, an eagle has a vision. An eagle can see very many miles from where it's standing, from a cliff. It can see very many miles. Okay, so don't lose focus. See beyond. Let us not lose focus. Let us see beyond. What you want to accomplish in that company? What do you want to accomplish in that institution? I believe most of us here are professors or teachers or lecturers or students, and one time we shall become like we are. Okay, do you have a vision? What do you want to be in 5 years time to come? What do you want to be in 10 years, in a decade? Okay, so an eagle has a vision. It sees far, it sees beyond. Then an eagle is tenacious. What do I mean by tenacious? Tenacity, rather, from the word tenacity. Tenacious is when you hold on something. When you say that you're going to do that work, do you get discouraged? Do you get a very negative attitude towards what you have started? When an eagle holds, when it holds on its prey, it does not drop it, okay? Because it's tenacious. It has that spirit of tenacity. It's just about attitude. It's just about having a positive attitude, okay? So then an eagle does not feed on carcass, or it does not feed on dead meat, or it does not feed on bad things which are rotten. What do I mean by this? Do you have fresh ideas? Can you get something that is yours that you have innovated? So I want to tell you by this. Let us be innovative. Let us have fresh ideas, even in our institutions, even in our workplace. But this is going to be determined by your attitude. What kind of attitude are you going to have? Okay. So remember, we have said it has vision. Okay, it has the spirit of tenacity, or it's tenacious. Then does not feed on carcass. It does not feed on dead meat. It has fresh ideas. It wants to have its own. Then I go to the fifth slide. Still on the eagle. Fifth slide. So an eagle soars high. It's okay. An eagle soars high. Whom do you soar with? Who are your friends? Do you have people who destroy your attitude? Do Do you have people who always speak negative? Okay, so high. There is a common phrase or a common saying that says, show me who your friends are, and I'll tell you what kind of a person you are. Tell me who are your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. Because friends have a lot of influence. Okay? If you have good friends who have always positive attitude, then that is the kind of seed that they're going to sow or they're going to plant in your life. Okay? So be careful also in your workplace, in institution, the kind of friends that we choose. They're either going to build or break. They're either going to build your attitude or break your attitude, rather in the negative and in the positive way. So let us be very careful. Another phrase, again, I love using phrases. If you walk with 9 broke friends, you are the 10th. Okay? People who are going to speak always negative. Sometimes I believe, like even in this current situation, there are some challenges. There is no money. But I'm not saying on that side. There are people who are always negative, even in their mind. Okay? They are broke in their mind. There's nothing good that they see. Okay? So be careful, even to our children. I believe some of us are parents. Let us know who our children, the friends that they go with, for them to be effective in future. Okay, even in their workplace. And as I said, foundation is key. When you go to an office, okay, when we come to an office, we have gone to offices. And when you see that officer there, or when you see that person in that desk, and you approach this person, then you just see the kind of attitude that this person has. What do you think, or what rings at the back of your mind? You either say that this person did not have a good foundation. Okay, the attitude is very bad, and sometimes it's very difficult to change an attitude when it has really grown. Okay, so it's for us, it's upon us. When you're still young, when you're still in this initial stage, let us have a positive attitude. Then an eagle has a nurturing character. I'll really be quoting Professor Y.S. Charda, because she has really nurtured us, okay, in communication skills, in our offices, okay, in writing the resume or the CV, all these things. She has really nurtured us. She's not selfish, and she mentioned one part about let us not be selfish. Okay, an eagle nurtures its young one. If you see at this picture here, it's the mother or the father, as it were, in layman's language, and it is flying. The young one, the eaglet, is on top. It is nurturing. And what happens when the eagle is flying? All of a sudden, what it does, it swings and it leaves the young one to go down like it's going to fall. Okay, it's training, it's teaching this eaglet how to fly. And when it's almost at hitting the ground, the eagle goes, the mother eagle goes and holds the eaglet so that it may not fall. So what am I saying here, or what is the picture telling us here? It has a nurture character. Do we have people who nurture us? Are you a person rather who can nurture another one? Are you a person who can pass on information? Are you a person who can teach others? You're not selfish with the information. And I want to tell you this. Sometimes you think that if you share the information, the person that you're teaching is going to be greater than you. But that's not so. When you teach one person, actually you are learning, or you're investing more. Okay, so let us have that nurturing character. I want to go to the next slide, the 6th slide. Remember, I said I'm going to split my sharing into 2. I'm going to talk about attitude, and I'm also going to talk about potential. Okay, so I said, or rather, potential now here is qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to greatness, but this will only be determined by your attitude. You may have potential, and I believe we have all potential, but what is going to determine you to maximize your potential? It is all about attitude, and that's why I wanted it to come flowing like that. So potential here, what kills or what destroys your potential? I've spoken there in the previous slide that bad company, okay, your friends. So bad company destroy good morals, or bad company destroys good habits. Okay, so your potential is going to be destroyed if you walk or if you go in the wrong company, even in your workplace. Okay, there are groups in offices. When my profile was being read there, I said that I was working in a company which had 300 employees. And funny enough, all these employees were all male. I think only one lady, she was a secretary. Okay, so these people, they have groups. Okay, you see groups, 10 groups, 10 groups. Okay, and I would know that this kind of employee is in this group, is in this group. So some groups were bad, of which would destroy the habits. Okay, then your negative, your negative words will become your reality. I said this in the initial stage of presentation, that as a man thinks, so is he. Your negative words will become your reality. Poverty is all in the mind. What do you think? Okay, do you think negative when you wake up in the morning? When you look yourself in the mirror, do you say, I cannot make it? I'm, I'm, I'm coming from a poor family. Okay, I didn't go to school. Of course, it's good to go to school. I'm not saying that you should not go to school. Okay, you have all the kind of negative words in you, so they are going to become your reality. Okay, so I want to change you from speaking negative to positive. When you wake up in the morning, you say, when I go to that office, I am going to make a difference. I am going to make a difference. When people see me, they're going to admire what I'm doing. When my boss sees me, he has a right even to increase my salary. Okay, you know, we want salary to increase. It's a good thing. Okay, because of the attitude and the potential. So what destroys or what kills your potential? Then don't quit. Quitters don't win, and winners don't quit. Most of the time, we quit. We quit too fast. We don't persist. We are not persistent. Okay, so I want to tell you, let us be persistent and let us not quit. Then we are going to have negative critics. These people are going to kill, or they're going to destroy your potential. Negative critics, okay, in the office, in the workplace, people who are going to suck energy. They are unhappy when they have no trouble to speak about. And maybe a question may come from your end. So what do you do when you meet negative critics? I read something yesterday when I was even preparing this. Sometimes silence, you know, silence sometimes is the best answer. When you see somebody is criticizing you negatively, of course, there's negative and positive critic or criticism. When you get a positive criticism, accept it with love. But there are some people who always want to measure, okay, to measure on the minor, or to measure even on the negative. So sometimes it's always good to live and just be silent, keep quiet, and don't die. Don't die. Don't let your heart not die, okay, or don't discourage. Okay. Then I want to go to the 7th slide. I want to give you some nuggets of wisdom on how to exploit your potential. Sometimes we have to give some good things if you want better things. Okay, we have to leave the comfort zone. I believe Professor Y.S. Sharda will allow me to be using her more often as an example. There's no harm. She had to leave Andhra to go to Chennai. Maybe there were good things in Andhra where she was studying, but she had to go to Chennai, which could be a new place for her. Sometimes you have to give up some good things. It was good there, but for her to get a better thing, okay, she had to go and study in another state or another city. Okay, so sometimes you have to give up good things if you want to get better things. That is if you want to exploit your potential. And remember, all these things are intertwined, or they are connected with attitude. Okay, you will fail at some time in your life. You will lose. If you don't fail, you have not tried. Failures will come. Failures will come. Challenges will come. But it's upon you to keep on trying. It's upon you to keep on working on yourself. If you look at the great people, or if you look at great people in their life, they'll tell you, or if you read their history, they tried so many times. They failed. Okay, do not give up. They did not give up at any one time. There, don't give up. Those who like watching sports, I used to watch Muhammad Ali. He was one of the greatest boxers of the world. When he goes to the ring, he would say this: I am the greatest. He never gave up. He never gave up. And he always won. those fights or those boxing fights. Another slide here. Watch it, and you need to realize what your passion is. Professor said about having passion. Do you have a passion? Again, I come to my I don't lose you. It's all about attitude. Passion without attitude, then you're going to flop. You're going to fail. Let me go to the 8th slide. I have 2 more or 3 more slides so that I may complete. I know we are approaching lunch. Anyway, so I come to the 8th slide here. Okay, think outside the box. Okay, by getting out of your comfort zone. I've talked about that. Then here, another point. Sorry, because I'm reading from my laptop. Then to unlock your hidden potential, spend your time with people who are going to stretch you and who think faster than you. Remember, we spoke about an eagle. So with eagles, so with people who are going to, or fly, let me use this word, fly with people who are going to challenge you. An eagle, you'll never see an eagle being in the midst or being in the company of chicken or in chickens, if that is right English. But you'll not see an eagle in the midst of chicken. Okay, it flies high. It wants to soar high. It wants to accomplish more. Okay, so be with people who are going to stretch you, who remind you of your value. Okay, then do not be intimidated by challenges. Meet them head on and see them as a stepping stone. Okay, I'm going to share one story there. Then think win-win. Accept change. We are talking about maximizing your potential here, but this is also going to be determined by your attitude, even in your institution, even in your workplace. Now I come to my last slides, the 9th slide here. I'm going to share a very simple story, and I believe most of you may have heard it, and if you have not heard it, then it's worth to you hearing to this story. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. He had a donkey. Okay, and this farmer had a donkey, and he had a well or a bowl, and he had some friends. So we have 3 characters here: a donkey, a well, and friends. So the donkey was old enough, and it was not able to do more work for him. On the other hand, he had a bowl or a well, which was not giving him water or was not giving him the service that he wanted. So he really thought, what will I do? I want to cover this bowl, and on the other side, I want this to get rid of this donkey. So the donkey, as it was grazing or as it was going to eat grass, accidentally it fell in the well. It could be fortunate for the farmer. The farmer would have said, fortunately, the donkey has fallen in the well, so I'm just going to let it die there. Okay, and the donkey was crying in agony, please help. Okay, so what happened here? The farmer called his friend and asked him, what will I do? My donkey has fallen in the well. He had at least some soft spot in his heart. He wants to bring the donkey up. The friends told him, what you're going to do? You told us you want to get rid of this donkey, and at the same time you wanted to cover this well. So what we are going to do, why don't we bury the donkey here and let it die? Okay, so they started taking the shovel or the spade, it's called a spade, and they started covering or throwing sand to the donkey so that they may bury the donkey. The donkey is going to die, and the well is also going to be covered. But what happened on the flip side? What happened? Whenever they threw sand, this is a very nice illustration. People are going to throw stones on you. People are going to throw sand. People are going to want to cover you even in your workplace. But this is going to be determined on the kind of attitude that you have. Okay, so they threw sand, they threw stones, and whenever they threw sand and stones, the donkey would shake itself. and it would come up. They kept on throwing. They kept on throwing. Remember, here we have the donkey, the farmer, and friends. These are friends who have a very negative attitude. Okay, so what happened? We go to the 10th slide, ma'am. What happened? Whenever they kept on throwing sand, the donkey would shake off, and it came up. It shook off, and it came up. It is all about positive attitude. Are you in your workplace? Are you in institution? People are going to throw stones on you. People will throw stones at you. Don't throw them back. Okay, don't throw back these stones, because now here comes attitude. You get angry. See what my boss is saying. The thing is, approach it in a wise way. Okay, approach it. Keep quiet. I told you sometimes silence is good. Go and think about it. Know what you can do. It's all about attitude. People will throw stones at you. Don't throw them back. Collect them all and build an empire. When people throw stones, collect them all and build an empire. So this is the time that you're going to prove yourself that all those words, all those negative critics, energy suckers that have been said unto me, I'm going to use it as a stepping stone. So use these kind of challenges as a stepping stone. But this is going to be all about attitude. If you have a negative attitude, you're not going to come up. You're going to be buried and you're going to die there. Die means not physical death, but in your career, okay, in your profession. And I want to come to my last slide, which I'm going to conclude with. The last slide. The decision lies in your hands. The decision lies in your hands. A final short story that I'll give. I love giving illustrations so that we may understand. Once upon a time, there was an old man and a young boy, maybe 10 years or 5 years or 6 years, between 5 to 10. And there was an old man of 80 years, 80. So this boy comes with a butterfly. I believe all of us can understand some little Tamil. They say patampuchi. The boy comes with a patampuchi, with a butterfly. And he asked this man, this old man, who was believed to be very wise in the village, Tataji, I have a butterfly here. I want to ask you, is it dead or alive? And he knew that when the old man says that it's dead, he's going to open up and the butterfly is going to fly. Okay? And when he says it is not alive or it's dead, he's going to, when he says it's alive, the boy is going to crush it in his hands and he's going to tell him, see, it is dead. So you are not wise. But this man thought for a second or for some few minutes or for some few seconds or some few time, and he told this young boy, the decision lies in your hands, okay, or in your hand. If you want the butterfly to be alive, it will be. If you want the butterfly to be dead, it is going to die. Okay, so the conclusion here is the decision lies in you. All this that has been spoken and all this that is going to be spoken in the past has been spoken, in the future is going to be spoken. The decision lies in you. What kind of attitude are you going to have? Are you going to receive it? Are you going to have a receptive heart? Okay, or are you going to just say, no, they were just speaking there and taking a lot of our time? But the decision lies in you. So I want to encourage you, pick something that is going to change your life. The other point here, your attitude will determine your altitude. What kind of attitude you have? Then it's only going to determine how high you can go because of your attitude. And lastly, if you think you can, you're very correct. And if you think you can't, you're also correct. This is a statement by Confucius. If you think you can, you are correct. And if you think you can't, you're also correct. So, as I said, the decision lies in your hands. It all depends on you. So let us have a positive attitude. The part in short is this: let us have a positive attitude. We can change. I believe we are all human beings, and also sometimes I face all these challenges. But how am I going to change? If I feel something negative is coming, wants to grow in me, I just need to change from negative and replace it with a positive attitude. So, my dear friends, delegates there, I wish to end my presentation here, and I believe it's going to be helpful. As I was speaking to you, I was also speaking to myself and challenging myself too. So thank you very much.
Vani ma'am, do you want to take up some question answer sessions from the audience?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please stop
Yes.
sharing the screen and you can directly make it a Q&A.
Yeah. First of all, I thank you, sir. It was such a sparkling session about the augmenting attitude at workplace, that is positive attitude at workplace, which will lead to success because people are more willing to work with positive people rather than negative people, and more effort will be put into work of a positive person rather than a negative one, and positive attitudes will lead to more motivation to complete more tasks. Thank you, sir. It was such an enthusiastic session when it enlightens us. Of course, the same we can see in the chat box as the session is an interesting one, lively session and insightful presentation. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And shall we go with 2 or 3 query sessions, sir?
It's okay.
Hello?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah. One, Mr. Anil Kumar asking from the YouTube, what are the ways to develop the positive attitude?
Ways of developing
What are
positive
ways
attitude.
to develop
I
the
get.
positive attitude?
Yeah, I get the question. While I was sharing in the slides, because I'll be taking a lot of information from it's all the information is all in the slides. But anyway, just for clarification, ways of developing a positive attitude. I mentioned one place as I was sharing that this kind of things they come sometimes with influence. Okay, so who are you with? Who are your group? What circle are you in? And I said in one place that tell me who your friends are, okay, and I'll tell you what kind of a person you are. So whom do you intermingle with, or whom do you mingle with? Okay, so if you go with negative people, definitely then your attitude will always remain negative. They'll always tell you this cannot be done. You want to do PhD? You want to do your master's? No, it cannot be done. So you're going to develop a negative attitude. Okay? But if you meet people like Professor Samuel Johnson, okay, I always salute him. He always, he brought me, he shaped me. I would say that, Professor, I hope you don't, it's not wrong to say
No
this
problem.
in front of
No
the
problem.
camera. Yeah, in front of
No
the camera.
problem.
Because let's give praise due where it deserves. Okay, it's good. So he told me this is Zoom, this is Google Meet. Okay, so I have interacted with him. He has really sharpened me. But if I went to another person who is telling me, no, you cannot make it. You're in Africa there. Africa, there's no network. But he's always telling me, Sam, where are you? Can we try this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And told us
Hello?
Vani ma'am, I guess we lost his signal.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's a...
Yeah, he was, so let's
Shall
just,
we wait for 1 minute?
yeah, we'll wait. In the meantime, maybe we can just answer a couple of things in the chat. There's somebody called Lakshmikant Gaddam who says, how can we handle adverse situation that is not in our control? My simple and humble answer would be, try to work on things which are in your control and just not which is beyond your control. All right, my control is I can put a vote. All right, but whether the government role. Nila Patilji, are you correct? She is traveling somewhere in the car. I hope she understands, everyone understands. Let's work on the things which is within our control and not which is not within our control. For example, a simple example I want to tell you. You're working in a college, you wish other person good morning, that is within your control. Am I right, Nila Patilji? You wishing others good morning is within your control. Whether that person wishes you back with a smile or with a bad word in the mind, that is not within your control.
Of course. It's true,
Right?
sir.
So these are small things which we need to understand. Let us do what is possibility from our side and just things because
Can
nurtured.
positive attitude be nurtured?
Okay, anything which you do on a daily basis can be nurtured. Daily basis. Thinking positive is a daily basis. I write my notes. I don't know whether you can see my.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Okay, Sam
Hello?
is back. Sam is back.
Yeah. Sorry, there was just a small
Sam, there's
technical hit.
there's a question for you. How can
Okay.
positive attitude be nurtured?
How can positive attitude
Attitude
be
nurtured.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your answer?
Yeah. So, in the first place, if I have a positive attitude, or if you have a positive attitude, so you're in the right track. That's the good part of it. You're in the right track. The question is not how can I change from a negative to a positive attitude. So if you are having a positive attitude, okay, so in the first place you are in the right track. That's a mark for you. Okay, so how can it be nurtured? And I said I have the right to keep on quoting the previous the professors who spoke before us. And Professor Waya said that do we read more? Do we watch the news or programs like that? So if already you have a positive attitude, okay, if already you have a positive attitude, so what you need to do is now try to make it to read more, rather, or to see other personalities, what other people are doing, those who you feel have a positive attitude. Remember, I shared that illustration of an eagle carrying its eaglet, and they were flying, or it was flying. Okay, so it means this eaglet, it can fly. Okay, it can fly, but the intensity of the way it can fly is not like that of the mother eagle. Okay, so the mother eagle, what she does, she carries the eaglet on its back. Okay, she carries the eaglet on its back, and they fly together. Right, and that's why I said already you have a positive attitude, the person who has asked the question. So what this person does, he or she desires to be with people who she or he admires, that they have a positive attitude, and these people are going to sharpen you. We said as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Already you may be sharp, but you need to be sharpened more. So get people who are going to stretch you. I also said have people who will stretch you. You know, a rubber band, without it being stretched, it's not of any use. Okay, so be with people who are going to challenge you also. Okay, people who are going to criticize you on the positive, not on the negative. Okay, so by that you get nurtured, you get, your muscles get built. Fine, and it's time now to stop drinking milk and start eating hard food. You know, when you see a baby is drinking milk, okay, when she's 2 years or 3 years, that is correct. But imagine Professor Samuel Johnson, I'll use you, okay? You're in the office place and you're asking, I want a milk bottle. People will see you have not yet grown. But
Grown.
milk is good. Yeah, you're grown, you have not matured. Okay. So still it is good. Milk is good. But you need to go from one level to another. Desire. Actually, this is another word. Desire to expand. Get out of the comfort zone. Comfort zones are very nice. Okay. But let us get out of the comfort zone and let us meet more challenges. Then only you can have your positive attitude is going to be nurtured.
Okay.
The next question is from Raki. This is Raki.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
can we motivate for long? Because we lost it after some time. We can't able to do what we think to do. I'm
How can we
repeating
be
again, sir.
motivated?
How
It's
can
okay.
we motivated for long? Because
Yeah.
we lost it after some time. We can't able to do what we think to do.
Yeah. How can we be motivated for long? Because we lost it for some time. Then how can we like recover? How can we like recover that? I believe that maybe is what she wants to say. I've gotten the question. It's true. Sometimes all of us, even myself, even Professor, he may tell you openly. Sometimes, you know, you feel very demotivated. You feel very low. You feel down for a month. Maybe you don't even want to do anything. We are all human beings. Remember, we have this flesh and blood, ratam. Okay, we have flesh and blood. So we are human beings, and sometimes we are completely demotivated. Even for some people, for 1 year, 2 years. But the thing is, how long are you going to remain down? Okay, how long are you going to remain down? That is a question that I ask myself. It's a question that you can ask yourself. How long will you remain down? Okay, when it's in the boxing ring, as I gave you an illustration, they say you are down but you're not out. Okay, you are down but you're not out. So it's all about persistence. Okay, in spite of you being down, I want to encourage you, you're not out of the race. Okay, you may be down, you may be demotivated, you're not motivated, you're down at this moment. I can feel you, I can understand you, but I want to tell you, you're not out. You can pick up the broken glasses and you can be back in the race. Okay, you can be back in the race. So it's an encouragement that don't feel so discouraged. Okay, don't feel so unwanted. Don't feel like you have lost it all. You may have lost 1 year, you may have lost 2 years. Okay, I'll give you an example here as I answer that, and a good illustration that happens here in Africa or in Kenya. We have almost the same system, education system in India. We have up to 8th standard. Then from 8th standard, we go to 9th, 10, 11, and 12. 9 to 12 is what we call secondary. In the 12 or in the 8th standard completes your primary education. 12th standard completes your secondary education. What happens here in Africa, those students, I've seen several students, and some of them are my cousins. One of them, he finished his 12th standard, and he has given me the permission to be sharing this. And he did not get that certain grade that he wanted. In India, this does not happen because I've been there. So he had to repeat, or he had to go back to the class almost 3 times, so that he may get that grade, which is going to enable him to go to the university. Why am I sharing this illustration? He was down, but he was not out. You can try it again and again and again. And the only motivation can only come from yourself. Of course, we can give you all this. We can pamper a lot to you. But as I said, the decision lies in you. It's only you who can motivate yourself. You will listen to us speaking, but this is just to encourage you. So the decision lies in you. But I want to tell you, you are down, but you're not out. You can come back again to the ring. So I think I've answered Ricky's question. Rika. I think she's called Rika. Yeah, Rika.
Good, ma'am. We can continue
Okay, sir.
the lunch.
I think there is a saga of questions are there, but I think it's time to end the session, sir. It's going for the lunch break. So thank you, sir. It was such an enthusiastic and lively session, which enlightens us and opened the gates for new things and acquired new knowledge. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I extend.
Maybe just before, Madam, just 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a comparative study I always like giving. I am in this side of Africa and you're in Asia. Okay, so I want to tell you people, the Indian people and the Asian people, that you have so much in you. You have so much potential in you. Okay, and I always make a joke like this: IT does not mean information technology. It means Indian talent. So you people are so much talented. You may not see, you may not know, but we who come from this other side, we can tell you this, that you have a lot of potential in you. You have greatness in you people. So it's upon you to use what God has given you. God has really blessed you in the area of technology. God has really blessed you in the area of medicine. God has really blessed you in so many things, in farming and all that. But it's upon you to use all that God has given to you. So it's about attitude and it's about maximizing the potential that you have in you. So thank you, ma'am. Maybe you can continue. And also thank you for the audience and those who have listened to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And first of all, I would like to thank to YL Sharda Madam, Department of English, Sri Padmavati Mahila University, MP Tirupati, for coming in spite of a busy schedule, and as well as Professor K. Sai Chandu sir, President of IAAC, came as a protector and guide us. And of course, Professor Samuel sir, we thanks a lot because you arranged and such a nice resource person. Thanks a lot, sir. I also extend my generous thanks to Dr. K. Sunita Reddy, convener of this program, and Dr. G. Reddy Shekhar Reddy, sir, Professor, Christ University, Bangalore, and Dr. P. Suresh, Associate Professor, Wales Institute of Science and Technology, Dr. D.R. Pratima Roy, Dr. U. Tanay, sir, and Dr. A. Ganeshan for attending the session. Thanks a lot, and thanks to all the participants who participated actively with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. An announcement to the participants, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a lunch break, and after the lunch break, that is at 2 p.m., we are going to have a session on the topic activating attentive attributes, that is active listening skills at workplace, that is at 2 p.m. by Dr. K. Sunita Reddy, Professor and HOD of Percentage Department, SVEC Tirupati. Feedback link is posted in the chat box. I request all the participants to fill the feedback form. And we expect the participants to participate actively with the same energy and enthusiasm.
Excuse me, the link will remain same for the afternoon session, or will it?
No, Google Meet link, sir.
Another one.
Google Meet
yes,
link?
please.
Yeah, the same link will be there, sir. So request all the participants to please fill the feedback link and please join for the afternoon session with the same energy.
Ma'am, can I leave?
Yeah, yes, sir. And of course, we are eagerly waiting for the next session, sir. That is for tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow I'll meet you up at 10. Yeah,
yeah,
thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And thanks to Dr. Samuel Rukumia, sir. Thanks a lot for accepting our invitation. Thanks a lot. Once again, I request all the participants to please fill the feedback form. I request all the participants to please fill the feedback form. And again, to rejoin in the afternoon session at 2 p.m. on the topic accentuating attentive attributes, that is active listening skills at workplace, by Dr. K. Sunita Reddy, Professor and HOD of Science and Humanities Department, SVEC Tirupati. So Venkateswaran sir. So Venkateswaran sir.
Madam, Japan, madam.
Sir, shall we leave?